it's time for the charts of the day video, which includes the weekly swing trade review we do every Thursday. We still have a couple dozen stocks in play. Let's take a look at it. BBAI had a big run earlier in the week. Today it did back off a little bit, but it's very, very promising overall structure. Let's just say that if it forms a wedge in here, which it appears to be doing, it may take a little more time. It could very well at some point spike into the 7 range. That's my target. 5 3/4 and 7. CLPT broke out a couple of days ago and it's stalled here for a couple of days on a mini flag. I think it eventually gets through. Once you get through 19, looking at 23, 27, and 28. Great chart. Chimerics with a pop and wedge. We put a swing on it. It's moved up nicely. You can see it's gone through lateral resistance. And also stalled for a couple of days, but it looks to me like it wants to go higher. 5 and 6 are targets. CRDO popped out. We put a swing on it. It's now up for 6 days in a row. Only a little bit today. It was up about, no, it was actually down $1.20, but still in the confines of a beautiful chart. And mid-channel target on that right now is going to be high 90s. CRMD, I really like the overall look of this. Long base, strong run from August to November, then a falling wedge. Breakaway gap above the moving averages in a rising channel. There is a bit of resistance and a gap fill that comes in around 1285. The recent high was higher than that, about 1309. If we get through the high that it was created in October above, say, 1385, we might see 16 or even 18. GEO continues to strong, although the last 3 days have been a little bit on the softer side. Not participating in the market because it had a big run. But if it holds it right here and that gap got filled, which it appears that it may have, then the next run is high 30s, low 40s. IMAX exploded yesterday. We put a swing on it. It backed off right away, but then what a comeback today. 984 to 1240, finishing 1213 up 221, a 22% gain. Volume was a hefty 13.5 million, second biggest volume all year. Now it is at resistance and first target here. Next target 15 and then 18. NBIS continues strong, although it did back off a little today. It's in a beautiful rising channel in wave 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th wave is underway. I believe the mid-channel target would be about 44, 45. Then we'll see where it goes beyond that. NNE in the nuclear power group, powerful move in the last few days. After consolidating for a couple months, the double top broke out. Now up for 7 days in a row, having gone from 1921 to today's high at 45.52, more than doubling in a little over a week, with 18 million traded today and a rising channel. You may very well get an extension that I said looked like 48.50, maybe 55. OKLO, another member in the same group, is ripping it. Today up 530, another 15.5%, 35 million traded, OBV surging. It's at mid-channel. You may get a little pullback consolidation, but I like this for a move into the 50, 60, and even potentially 70 or better range. PSTG swing broke out, is extending now for 6 to 7 days in a row. And to me, now that it's broken through some key resistance and taken out the June high, I think we can make something around 80 or better coming on short term. QBTS, I'm worried about these quantum stocks. I really think the quantum computing stocks are forming bearish wedges here. After breaking down and rallying back and with less than stellar technicals. Well, not too bad, but I'm going to want to see if this has to get back above 6 3/4 with volume, or it could fade and roll over. Be very careful with that one. And anything else in the quantum group like QUBT, etc. Cure, after popping and running, we put a swing on it, backed off to test the gap, held it, and starting to move back up again. I want to see this above 19, then the targets at 23 and 29. Rigetti is the other stock in that quantum computing group that I'm concerned about because they broke down and rallied back. Now this one, a rally back in a rising wedge on not just okay technicals. I want to see a breakout with volume out of here and have this thing continue to run. If so, we'll retarget 22. Probably around 18 and 22 first. The gap fill gets you to 17.5. SEI broke out yesterday. I put a swing on it. It stalled today. Doesn't mean it can't go some more. It's got a powerful pattern. My target is going to be high 30s, low to mid 40s. SCRV coiling, consolidating, almost broke out yesterday, got up to 2070 and backed off to 17 and change, but a breakout could get us into the mid-20s. SMR, the other nuclear stock that we follow closely and have a swing on, broke out 2 days ago, stalled yesterday, and today extended. Keep an eye at 32.30. We get through that. We're looking at high 30s and low to mid 40s. SPB, stellar breakout of the wedge that I gave you less than a week ago, or about a week ago, when it broke through the 9 3/4 10 range. Doubled to 2086 today with a big spike up, but it did back way off. Now, it did get to the channel top and near a target for me around 20. So let's just say that at this point, we're waiting for the consolidation to set in, and let's see if we get an extension to in the mid-20s. TSSI broke out yesterday. We put a swing on it. Today had a nice follow-through up another $1.78 or about 12%. Line wasn't as heavy as I'd like, but I still think it has legs and could get up to 20 and then 25. VST, the final member of the nuclear energy group and the leader, in my opinion, made another new high today, reaching 199.84. I told you when the stock was 135.40, we could see 190 to 200. Well, we've reached that. We're now at the top of this channel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. Not the top of the long-term channel just yet, but this is long in the tooth. Now, if it does extend and the group continues, 225 is my target where I would exit. WKEY popped out 2 days ago, back right off. Looked like a fall through was happening. It didn't get one. For now, we need this to hold this wedge that it's in, or the coil that it's in. So this was a little premature. Once I see it above 10 3/4, I think the stock can rip, but be careful about a rollover. And finally, wrap. Beautiful, long, year-long base, breakout, retest, form a wedge, and break out. Yesterday was a big day. Today it followed through, got up to 234, but backed off to 221. I think it's a buy for a move to 285 and 4. And that's it tonight for the weekly swing trade review at thetechtrader.com. Good night, everybody.